Hello, my friend. Welcome to the year 2026. I am so excited to see you in this year 2026. Anyway, Happy New Year. I actually want to share with you the 5 mistakes that I did last year. I did these mistakes in the year 2025. And it's important that you take note of this because I really want to share this video. It has been on my heart and I want you to take note of every single thing that I'm about to share with you. I know a lot of people have been watching my videos. A lot of people have been blessed. People have been transformed. Some people even sent messages concerning how powerful all these videos are. And I am just very glad. I am so glad. And I appreciate the fact that God Almighty is with us all. Okay, but I just want to admit this mistake that I did so that you will not repeat it. Honestly, I want you to understand that these 5 habits are so simple but very, very dangerous, and the devil is using it. The first habit or the first mistake that I've been doing last year was delaying obedience. Yes, I have been delaying obedience. I don't know if you are part of what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you hear the voice of God. Sometimes you feel strongly to do what you need to do. You've seen it. You've realized that this is actually from God, but you didn't obey God. And that is what I was engaged in. I was supposed to do a lot of things last year, and some of these instructions that I hear from God was actually attached to my destiny, and I was not listening to God. I was just looking at chasing money. I was looking for money because we all know that money is the power, is the driving force. When you have money, you can do a lot of things. That was my mistake. God spoke, but I always postponed the day I'm supposed to do it. I want to do it today. Tomorrow I'll do it. I've been postponing it. I've been postponing it. Next year I'll do it. And at the end of the day, I told myself 2026 is the last. I'll do this. I have to be serious on this. I have to listen. You need to stop delaying obedience. As far as you have confirmed that it is from God, you need to take the position to start rendering, start acting on it. Yes, because God actually works on time. And that is why I feel that I am under pressure this year 2026. I am really under pressure because there is a lot of things that I'll be sharing on this channel. Because as I told you, God have been saying a lot. I've been having a lot of inspirations, a lot, but I don't really have time to prepare those videos. I don't really have time to start all this training and all. There is a lot. People of God, don't delay obedience. Number 2, the mistake that I engage myself the most is allowing distractions to eat up my focus. I was allowing distractions to eat up my focus. Especially when people are saying, well, you are growing, you need to marry and all that. Anyway, that's so funny. Those things are actually from innocent people. They are from innocent people. And it sounds so positive. But I see that those things are distractions. Talking with friends on phone, not having time for my Bible, just because I was actually pursuing to look for somebody, planning to do things with somebody. But I realized that at the end of the day, they are just distractions. They are just distractions. I don't know if you really understand this, because a lot of us end up, into 1 or 2 conversations which we might think that this is breakthrough. This is breakthrough. This is coming to, to change everything, but it's actually distracting us. I was engaged in a lot of distractions and I didn't know, but I came to realize that the results that is supposed to be in my life, I'm not seeing those results. I was so distracted. Please don't be distracted. Focus on what God sent you to do, and any other things will be attached to it. They will come by themselves. Okay. Now, number 3, inconsistent prayer life. Inconsistent prayer life. I can remember last year, that is 2025, January, February, March. I was so prayerful, but as I came across the middle of the month, June, July, August, and It was so slow, so just because of business, just because of money, just because of, I was looking for money. That is the truth. I was looking for money, working for money. I don't sleep, sometimes taking responsibility of family and all that. I end up having inconsistent prayer life, and it really attacked my spiritual life. That is why you could remember that we started a prayer session, that is the 30 days of praying in tongues. Those were the times I realized that I was so weak in prayer, because as I started praying December 1st, December 2nd, down to December 29th to 30th, that is why I realized that all the things that were lost in me started arising. I started discerning. I started, having dreams. And this is something that I just remembered, and I have to tell you. Immediately I started seeing that my prayer life was going down. I realized that the way I used to have dreams, it ceased. And the way I was so consistent when it comes to discerning the things of God, discerning truth, discerning realities, especially spirituality, looking at somebody and seeing something about the person, it ceased. Our prayer life is a fuel. Please, our prayer life is a fuel. So please don't be inconsistent in your prayer life. Remember, Jesus advises us in the book of Luke chapter 18, the verse 1. He says that men ought always to pray and not to faint. Now, number 4, I was actually ignoring rest and emotional health. Now, do you know a lot of YouTubers or a lot of content creators are going through this? But for me personally, I overstressed myself, and I think that I was doing the right thing. So I thought, well, it's something that I am just supposed to take normal. I was so restless. Always I've been doing business. I've been working for people just to earn money, to at least cater for the family and all that. In fact, let me tell you the truth. I don't remember the last time I slept in the year 2025. That is from 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Always I do sleep from midnight, 2 a.m. Just because I've been busy from 9 to 1 a.m. That is in the night. I usually work across the night just because I want money, and sometimes preparing other things concerning ministry. And I forgot to rest. I forgot to look at my emotional health, and it's actually attracted so many weaknesses. Please take note of your health. If you are so busy just like me, take note of your health. Now, number 5, which is the last one, it's so important. Take note of this. Postponing growth in my calling. I was actually postponing the growth. Do you know that when God calls you, okay, you are responsible to grow in the calling. You are responsible to grow. It's your responsibility to grow. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. It's your responsibility to prepare things, to plan that, I need to grow, I need to set up this goal, and at the end of the day, I achieve this. It's your responsibility. But do you know what I've been doing? I've been postponing. Whenever we are postponing our strategic growth, okay, when it comes to our calling, it actually delays it. We need to be intentional. Destiny actually does not wait forever. Remember, we are not in competition, but we need to strategically put things in place so that we can also be faster. I remember the book in the Bible, a character called Josiah. He was a young man that actually established. He was doing very well, I think at the age of 12, or yes, very, very young, but he was doing well. Why? Just because of the strategic growth. This year, I am not postponing any growth. The strategies that I'm supposed to put in place for the growth of my calling, I will take responsibility. I am encouraging you also to take responsibility, okay? Maybe you are also a victim of these things that I've shared, okay? Especially number 1, that is delaying obedience. I'll really be glad to hear from you. Anyway, if you really want to grow in your Christian faith and also have a deeper relationship with the Holy Spirit, I am encouraging you to subscribe to this channel so that you will not miss my next video. Now, if you really want to know how to start this year 2026, you really want to know the strategic ways you have to put in place so that you can be able to fulfill destiny, okay? This video is for you. Please check it out. It will really bless you. There are a lot I shared in this video. God bless you, and I will see you in my next video.